Hello everyone, Fanta here, you're watching FANTAVISION, and today we are discussing probably the worst gaming take of 2020, if not the worst take of 2020 on almost anything. I mean, it's absolutely baffling that somebody would hold this as an actual opinion and believe it and defend it, and that there would be actually other people that agree with him. Because this isn't the first time we've had this take. Before we dive into what exactly that take is, please do leave a like and subscribe for more gaming news and stories. So this whole bad take, of course, comes from Twitter, where people will shout their thoughts into the abyss and hope that everybody enjoys it, or accidentally kill their career like this man kind of did. Alex Hutchinson, who has worked on video games in the past, I guess he's a creative director, originally calling himself the creative director of Google Stadia, which I guess was not true because that is no longer the case on his Twitter bio, or Google said, that was terrible, please remove the fact that you're the creative. I don't quite understand what's going on there. I don't know why he had that on there in the first place, but it's gone now and I find it hilarious. So let's go ahead and read off what started this whole thing. Streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. All gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. So Alex is immediately wrong, because they did pay for the game unless they were given a review code by the developers, which I'll get into later. And the fact that he's comparing music to video games, I mean, it's apples to oranges, completely different medium, and that's again something we'll get to later. Now he doubles down on this and gets even worse. The real truth is the streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content they use. That's so stupid. That is so stupid because it's completely different. There's a lot of people that are arguing that it is transformative media, and I will agree, but it is also free advertising for these games. Because the difference between a video game and a movie. Now, streaming a movie, I will agree, you shouldn't allow streamers to stream a movie. Because now there's no incentive for people to go out and watch or rent or buy that movie. They've already watched it in your stream. So that makes sense. Movies make sense. Music, you could argue, you're just meant to listen to it. So they could just listen to it during your stream and that's it. Now an argument could be made that music in the background of somebody playing video games could help somebody discover an artist. So, I mean, that honestly could be an argument too, that, I mean, music should be allowed in streams, but maybe not just a stream of music by itself. There has to be accompanying things. There's all these other different layers of rules that you'd have to get into. But again, these are mediums that are apples to oranges because video games are an interactive medium. There's something that is meant to be played. You're meant to play video games. And yes, you could argue there are lots of people that love to watch video games, but guess what? I am guessing that most of those people that enjoy watching said video game also enjoy playing the same exact game that they're watching. There are countless games that I have bought because of watching it on stream or watching somebody's video on it. I mean, we've seen in 2020 how many games can explode just because of live streams. Among Us is this unknown game from 2018 that blew up because somebody was streaming it. Now it got so big, they canceled the second one just so they could hone in and continue to work on the first game that everybody's been enjoying. Fall Guys is another example of a game that blew up because of streaming. Fortnite, you could argue, blew up and kept getting bigger because of streaming. It is free marketing for these games. And again, it's completely different because a movie, you watched a stream of that, okay, I'm done. I don't need to do that again. But a game is a continual experience that is meant to be played. People watching their favorite streamer having a lot of fun with a video game go, you know what? That looks awesome. I want to experience it too. And that has happened so much, especially this year. We are again getting inside the head of somebody who's in the games industry and really seeing why it keeps going downhill. They are trying to monetize literally everything. There's been DLC, loot boxes, battle passes, season passes, map packs. There's so many different things that are already being monetized in video games. Do you really need another one? I mean, if you're going to be a scumbag, Alex, can you just put shitty microtransactions in your game? Can you just be an open scumbag instead of trying to encourage more monetization in an industry that is already bleeding its customers as much as it can? Now let's dive into the last tweet of his argument. Amazing to me that people are upset at someone saying that the creators of content should be allowed to make some of the money from other people using their content for profit. Again, it's fair use. That's all there is to it. It's fair use. That's why movie reviews exist. That's why game reviews exist. That's why streams are a thing. And again, it's also free marketing. People are saying that it's equivalent to artists only being paid in exposure instead of actual money for a commission. And again, it's different. I think it's completely different because, again, video games are an interactive medium. There's something that you are meant to play. And if you can't play it, you are not getting the same experience as the person playing it. You're simply not. You're not getting the product. You are getting a small taste of it. You get to see what the product is like before you're buying it. But you do not get the same feelings, you do not get the same experience as the person playing it. It's a completely different feeling playing a video game and watching somebody playing a video game. And the fact that people agree with him and that this is not the first time that this has been said makes me worried that maybe in the future that type of thing will happen. Maybe some developer down the line will try to have this be a thing. And a major one. I'm not talking like a smaller one that tries to bring somebody to court, but somebody that actually has lobbying power to try to change the law and change the definition of fair use. This same argument was made 6 years ago by everybody's favorite game developer, Phil Fish, who, again, had a lot of really bad takes, so much so that he actually deleted his Twitter account after continually putting his opinion out there that barely anybody agreed with. Now, the icing on top of all of this is the fact that, again, this person is a hypocrite. He's a complete hypocrite because his Twitter banner, all right, there's layers to this one too. There's layers to this whole argument, to this whole discussion. There's so many layers. Just this one part has so many things to it that are hilarious. So Jacksepticeye calls out Alex for using somebody's fan art of Jacksepticeye, who is a streamer, okay, and a content creator, who's known for his video game content, and used their fan art without their permission as his Twitter banner. So right there, you're already doing exactly what you said streamers should. I mean, you're saying that streamers are using people's content without permission, without paying them, and that's exactly what you're doing, except again, art stealing is he is getting the full benefit of that art without paying for it, and he's using it as his Twitter banner. And also, just the way, I don't know that this is done on purpose, but the signature of the artist is cropped out in his banner. So it just shows the art, which is stolen fan art of Jacksepticeye, who is a streamer, and the credit to the artist is cropped out. Wow. Wow. And this is the guy that is trying to monetize video games further, who is arguing that streamers and YouTubers are stealing content. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand these people. I really don't. Anyway, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you agree with Alex. I don't know why you would, but let me know in the comments down below. You guys can battle it out down there. Like the video if you guys liked it. Subscribe for more content. And as always, have a fantastic day. For those of you still watching, thank you for still watching. Glad you're enjoying the video. And of course, come to streams. I do stream video games. So yes, this is a little bit biased, but it's an opinion. All opinions are biased. And I think I've got enough facts of other things that back it up. Just saying. Just saying. And if you want to look at another argument, before we wrap this up completely, before the outro starts, the second outro. You could argue that we should be paying the developers like artists on streaming platforms, because people, when they stream a song from an artist, the Spotify and whatnot pays the artist. So if developers and publishers want, like, what is it, 0.002 of a cent, I will happily pay that 0.002% each time I stream your game.